Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to part 4, ayah number 31, Surah Al-Baqarah. And inshallah today it's a short lesson. We'll complete this final part of the ayah. So far we've covered A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا, and he taught, i.e. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught Adam the names of all of them, all the things. ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ, then he showed them, عَلَى, to, al-malaika, the angels. And we talked about this damir, hum, and why it's not عَرَضَهَا, to imply that there are animate objects amongst them. And now the final part, فَقَالَ, and he said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, أَنْبِئُونِي, this is a command. This E means me. Ambi means inform. Ambi'u, all of you inform. Inform me. What should you inform me? Bi asma, of, bi. This bi means of. And asma is the plural of ism, of the names. Same word here. وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاء. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَقَالَ أَنْبِئُونِي بِأَسْمَاء. Which names? هؤلاء, of these. هؤلاء means these. In, if, kuntum, you are. What are you? صادقين, truthful. So فقال أنبئوني بأسماء هؤلاء إن كنتم صادقين. So first question is, does this command here, أنبئوني, is it a command for a request for information? And the answer is no, that it is not a request or demand of information, but it is a demand designed to confute, i.e. to prove somebody wrong. In Arabic, ifham. So just imagine that you're in a classroom and somebody says, the teacher's teaching, and then one of the students raises says, I know the answer to this question. And they keep saying this every single time, just to be, maybe they're being more smart than they actually are. So the teacher turns around and says, okay, if you know the answer, tell me the answer. And of course the student knows they don't know the answer, and the teacher knows they don't know the answer, but they're just making it very clear to everybody else who's listening that they say, tell me the answer, and the student keeps quiet, they don't know the answer. Okay, so to prove that the student doesn't know the answer, the teacher is saying that. So that's the style of we use in English, and that's really how the command, the talab, the imperative here, ambi'uni, is being used. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling the angels that tell me the answer, i.e. you do not know the answer. And he concludes by saying, in kuntum sadiqin, if you are truthful. But what are you truthful about? What? So the ulama say that the angels had this thought inside them that they are better suited to be the khulafa than Adam alayhi salam, because of course they only do the tasbih of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and glorify him, and whereas the Adam alayhi salam and his progeny are, in their opinion, likely to be spreading fasad and shedding blood. So we're just going to summarize the entire ayah, inshallah, because we've come to the end. And the questions, very briefly, let's have a go. So we read, وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا, and he taught Adam alayhi salam the names of all things. We said that ta'lim is to make somebody familiar with something. We talked about the meaning of the word Adam and all the different types of derivations. And why Adam is written separately in the Quran, Hamza, then Alif, then Dal, then Mim. What does the word Asma mean? It can mean we talked about something that describes something plus, so we talked about description and symbols. We used the example of television. Why the emphasis of kullaha, to imply that everything, whether it was big or small, was taught. We talked about showing them. We said this at the beginning of this lesson here. Instead of ثُمَّ عَرَضَهَا ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed them, i.e. the things, not just the names, to the angels. فَقَالَ أَنْبِئُونِي, and now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the concluding part of this ayah, inform me بأسماء هؤلاء, with the names of these things, and that is not a request for information, but it's to underline the fact that the angels do not know. إن كنتم صادقين, if you are truthful about what you are thinking, that you are better suited to be the khulafa or the khalifa on the earth. With this we come to the end of this lesson. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.